Hi, I'm Rhys Atkins, founder of Eclipse Golf. I run all the equipment assessment sessions here at Horsham Golf and Fitness.
And I'm Mark Haynes, Senior Teaching Professional here at the My Golf Academy.
So we thought we'd run a little session where we're combining equipment and technique. Mark's going to take you through some basic elements of the basic chip shot. Before we do that, we're going to talk to you very quickly about the equipment you might be using for this shot. So choice of wedge is very important. Sort of things you might want to consider. There's many features on the wedge, but the things we're going to pull out here are sole width. That's very important for the turf interaction. The bounce as well, so the relationship between back edge and the leading edge of the golf club is very important. That will prevent the club from digging too much. And the other thing you probably want to consider is the curvature of the leading edge. That will give you confidence in getting underneath the ball, making good contact.
Great, thanks a lot, Rhys. Right, let's go and hit a few chip shots and have a look at the key technical aspects that's going to help you with your chipping. Now moving on to the technical aspects of a good basic chip shot. There's a few simple things that I see when I'm coaching that a lot of average golfers tend to get a little bit out of place. So first off, we want a nice stable base. We want to make sure that our left side becomes more of a single pivot point. So the more stability we've got in your chipping, the more consistent the low point of the golf club can be, so we can get a better strike. So we want to make sure that our pressure's forward and almost we're turning the kind of the left inner part of my leg here into the pivot. So this is, and my body and my pelvis are nice and stable here. So that's the main thing in the setup that I'd like you to work on to get stability. Second thing I like to see that the players do technically would be just to try and keep the shaft lean minimal, which is common for modern day chipping, and to keep the wrists and the loft the same. So if I get the small shaft lean here, I'm just going to try and keep the shaft at the same angle, and I feel like the loft stays the same from the start to the backswing to impact and on the follow through. So if we've got these two elements working well, the consistency of the strike, the flight and the spin and trajectory all should be pretty good. And then just one final thing I'll add in there as well. When you are making your chip shot, I'd recommend highly that you try and keep the handle fairly low, keeping the shaft roughly on the same plane. Again, this is massive for the consistency of strike and something that I see go wrong quite often. I often see a lot of players with the handle moving away from them, which isn't going to produce you the best chip shot. Now, as I take my address, I'm going to make the inner part of my left leg my pivot, get my slight shaft lean, and just try and keep everything the same.
Okay, so Mark's got, basically it's an SM6 Vokey wedge. It's a 56 degree. In terms of the sole width, it's an M grind, so actually it's a medium grind. There's a little bit of relief ground off the back edges of this particular club. It's got 8 degrees of bounce. Okay, so these are just some of the things that you would need to consider when you're choosing the right club to use for your chip shots around the green. This is a fairly typical shot you're going to find quite frequently in your rounds of golf. And I think from Mark's point of view, we've got enough bounce on here, we've got a decent amount of sole width to ensure that he's confident through the shot. He can get down into the ball, be quite aggressive with it without the club digging in too much. That might not be the same for you. There's probably another sort of 6 or 7 aspects that we consider when we're fitting wedges. So they're the sort of things you can, if you want to check our other detailed video, just click the link below. And I think that's pretty much it for now, Mark, so I think I'll hand that back to you.
Thank you.
We'll see how you go.
Right, let's go. So in summary from me, to produce a good, simple, standard chip shot, you want to create a nice stable pivot on the front side, so on the left side for a right-handed golfer. You want a minimal shaft lean, then we want to keep the wrist and the loft the same back and through the stroke. On to you, Rhys.
And from me, just consider what sort of wedges you have in the bag at the minute. What sort of golfer are you? Do you have your old set wedge in the bag that hasn't been given much consideration? Why don't you take advantage of the free offer we've got in terms of a 20-minute equipment assessment? Come down and see us, we'll have a look at what's in your bag. If you want a bit more information, you can click onto the link below this video.
Okay, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Any comments and questions, please post them below, and we'll hopefully see you again.
See you now.